Hey, what is up guys? We're back with another video, and so today I just want to talk about everything you need to know about the Eatventure's game mode. And so this was definitely the most recent update that came out that released the Eatventure's. And previously I made videos about it, but I never actually sat down and made a separate video just talking about everything you need to know about this separate game mode essentially. So I'm just going to be reading what the game provides, the information that the game provides, and then I'll be going through a little bit of what the Discord provides, and then just my personal opinion and just my thoughts on it, and just tips that I've learned throughout the way. So you can change an Eatventure's level to replay an easier one. What that means is that if you enter Zeus's feast and your top level is 71, you don't have to play 71. You could actually hit this arrow and then go back a little bit and play 68 or 69. And that's kind of what I do, because I don't really want to try hard pretty much every single time and focus on the game for 4 minutes every single time I play. So just to be safe and play it safe, I usually do level 69 or even level 70 if my stuff is ready or whatever. So yeah, so that's something to think about, is have those arrows ready and take advantage of those two. And Hangry Pirates has the same thing. So my top one is 61. I usually play 60 or maybe 59. But anyway, the next info that they give you is the higher the level, the better the rewards. So what that means is that level 71, the mythic drop rate is 0.44%. The ultimate is 1.68. If I go to 68, the mythic is 0.38 and the ultimate is 1.56. So it does go down a little bit, but that just makes sense because the higher you play, the more likely you'll get the good stuff. But anyway, the next thing they talk about is keys are only used after successfully completing a level and replenish daily. So if you guys can see that, it says keys replenish in 10 hours and 13 seconds. That's just pretty much what it means. Every 24 hours, you'll get 2 extras. And that's the same for everyone. So keys can be bought in the shop to enter any adventures. So if you go to the shop, you can actually spend money and get some extra keys. I wouldn't actually recommend this, because unless if you're really trying to get the mythics, then maybe consider buying them. But if you guys are considering buying this without being close to getting the mythics, then I would hold back a little bit and just keep playing with the free ones. But anyway, the next thing that they talk about is temporary profit boosts from shop are active in Eatventure's. So if you go to the shop, the ×2 and the ×5 are not currently available, and you don't have access to use them during the Eatventure's, which kind of sucks. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's a little bit balanced. But the club ×2 profit does count, so that's something to think about. So that's everything that the game info provides. I want to move on to the Discord and just talk about the rewards that they offer. So just real quick, the Zeus's Feast has these rings, and then there's commons all the way through mythics. The same thing for pretty much every other item. The Hangry Pirates has necklaces, and then like I said, commons all the way through mythics. They're all the same. So I'm going to be moving on to the Discord real quick. In the unofficial Discord Eatventure server, they have this provided in one of their channels, and so I'll leave the link down in the description if any of you guys want to join it. But anyway, so I just want to go over pretty much what all of them essentially are. The Eatventure level requirements: the common and rare unlock immediately. The epics unlock at level 10, and then level 20 for legendary, level 30 for ultimates, and level 50 for mythics. So mythics do take a while, that's for sure. I'm gonna do a quick little rating from best to worst. So I would say that the Ring of Seas is the worst ultimate you can have. That has a 5% chance for epic food and then 10% chance for instant food, both for all workers. Honestly, that one is not the best compared to the rest of them, and I'll explain as I go pretty much. But the next worst thing is the Ring of Nature. Honestly, yeah, I would say the Ring of Nature and Ring of Seas are pretty much the same thing. I would definitely kind of avoid both of them. It's really just not that good. And then the next best one is the Ring of Evil. That has a 15% chance of double food, which is actually really good. That's something you want to consider using if you don't have the other three. And then the best ultimate for rings is the Ring of Love, only because it has 20% chance to make double food, and that is definitely more profitable than the rest of them. And then the Ring of Thunder is the mythic, and that has Divine Food 10% chance, and then both All Workers has a double food 10% chance, and then Divine Food 5% chance. But you need one of each of ultimates to unlock them. And so for Hangry Pirates, from best to worst, or from worst to best, the worst one I would say is the Treasure Key, only because the Treasure Key it doesn't have anything good, pretty much. So definitely stay away from that one. And then the next worst would probably be the Nazar, however you pronounce it, but that one is also not as good, only because for ultimates, the other ones are better. And then the second best, I would say, is the Pirate School, only because double food, 10% chance, that's something you want to consider. And then the Anchor is pretty much the same thing. It's double food for all workers, but more than likely your build is going to be a solo build, unless if you're using the robot helmet and 2 laser guns, then I would consider using like the all workers double food. But the Pirate School is more for a solo build. So, and then the mythic is called the Trident. Another order, 5% chance. So that is actually really good, but only 5%. It's really not that much. And then double food, 10% chance is also really good. And then Divine Food, 5% chance. So, and you need one ultimate for each of them. So that's just pretty much what all of the mythics offer, and it's definitely something to consider, because this gear, although it's a low percent chance for pretty much everything, it's still really good, and it's still something you want to take advantage of. So definitely do play the adventures and try to go for these ultimates and mythics. So I do want to take a little second to talk about the rares, epics, and legendaries. So what I essentially did was I used this rare for pretty much 90% of my grind towards the mythics and ultimates. I don't have the mythics yet, but that rare is better than these epics and even these legendaries, because the legendaries and epics, they don't really offer anything for a solo build particularly, and the benefits are just not as worth it. So definitely use this before actually getting something else, because even though it's a rare and the all profit isn't that much, the walk speed does help a lot. But anyway, so back to this chart. Best rare you can use is what I just showed you, and then that's the best epic. That's S tier. It's the gold something. I forgot all of these names, but and then yeah, the legendary is that one, and then the ultimate. So pretty much just ignore the epics and legendaries, honestly, because it's really just not as good, unless if it does work for your build. Say you're using like a pretty unique build and it just works, then I would consider using it. But more than likely, the meta sets, they don't really work well with the epic and legendaries. So, and then that's the best ultimate, like I already talked about. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I want to show you from the Discord. Now a little bit of my advice. The best pets you can use, which I actually don't have quite yet, but let me just quickly see if I can show you. So the best pets you can use is the red panda and the baby kraken. And so why that is because the red panda, the delivery is really good, and the baby kraken, pretty much those benefits is more beneficial for the adventures, because you definitely want what they provide. If you guys, unfortunately I don't have the baby kraken, so I can't exactly show gameplay of it, but if you guys do have the red panda and pretty much just like the regular panda, then that works too, but it's not like the most beneficial. Another thing I want to talk about is do not salvage your rings and necklaces. You want to save them up until you can actually use them to upgrade your all profit. So pretty much what I'm saying is do not salvage for the club, because the only way to get them is twice a day, like 2 keys per day, and that's actually not as much if you think about it from like compared to the small boxes. So if you guys noticed in my club video, I actually did salvage a bunch of these, and I wasn't thinking at the time, but just so you guys know, do not salvage any of this, because this stuff is actually hard to get. Now, so as for the Zeus's Feast and Hangry Pirates, which is better, if you guys was wondering, I would actually consider the Zeus Feast to be better, because I think what the rings provide over the necklaces, I think those are better, because the rings has a higher percent chance for double food, and the mythic is just, although it doesn't have another food or another order benefit, I do think the mythic is better, because if you do have the meta set, like the mythic meta set, then that ring is going to be super beneficial, because you go from like 70% divine food to almost 90-ish% divine food, and that's just like really important, so definitely consider using that. But anyway, that's all I have about the adventures. That's pretty much the full guide of what I can give you, and if you guys have any questions, just please let me know. But I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.